Hello, today we will be talking about the secondary growth in dicot stem. Majority of angiosperm after completion of its primary growth enter in a phase of secondary growth. The plant not only grow in height but in diameter also. Increase in girth or diameter of the axis, it is called as the secondary growth. The secondary growth in thickness, and it is takes place due to the activity of vascular cambium and the cork cambium. So, what is the secondary growth? What about the specific definition of secondary growth? Secondary growth can be defined as an increase in the diameter of the axis due to the activity of the lateral meristem, that is vascular cambium, and the cork cambium, which cut off the secondary tissue in the stellar and extrastellar region. So, during the secondary growth, the interfascicular cambium develop from the parenchyma. So, this interfascicular cambium present between the primary vascular bundle. This is primary vascular bundle, and here the interfascicular cambium is present. This is interfascicular cambium and this is the intrafascicular cambium. So that these interfascicular cambium join with the intrafascicular cambium present within the vascular bundle. There's a complete ring of vascular bundle. It is formed. It is formed. So the cambium divide. These cambium divide and give rise to more secondary tissues towards the inner side and the legs toward the outer sides, which it means the inner secondary tissue mature into a secondary xylem and outer into the secondary phloem. Inside the secondary xylem is more as compared to the outer secondary phloem. So the some cambial ring, that is the ray initial, give rise to medullary rays. This is the ray initial and which give rise to a medullary rays. The activity of this vascular cambium from a complete cylinder of secondary vascular tissue, this is called as the normal secondary growth. This is known as the normal secondary growth. In typical dicotyledonous stem, the secondary growth start in the intra and extrastellar region. So, secondary growth form into the intra means inside the vascular bundle and extra means outside the vascular bundle. There is the formation of the secondary growth. So, the vascular bundle of the dicotyledonous stems are collateral and open type. Collateral and open type of vascular bundle means here the open type of vascular bundle. It means the partition walls present between the xylem and phloem, that is known as the open type of vascular bundle, and which arrange in a single ring. This is the vascular bundles which are arranged in a single ring. They contain a single layer of cambium cell, and these cambium cell which separate the primary xylem, this is the primary xylem, from the primary phloem. This is primary phloem and that is known as the fascicular cambium. It means the separation between the primary xylem and primary phloem which form the special type of ring, and that ring it is known as the cambium ring, that is known as the fascicular cambium. That is the cambium of the vascular bundle, that is fascicular cambium. The primary vascular bundles are separated from the parenchymatous medullary rays. During the secondary growth, this parenchyma tissue become meristematic, which is already present into the cambium region, that is meristematic, and form a cambium. The newly formed cambium connect the fascicular cambium found within the vascular bundle, and thus a complete cambium ring is formed. So this means this is the fascicular cambium and the complete ring of the cambium is formed, and this is the ring of cambium. The newly formed cambium strips which occurs in the gap between the bundles. It is called as the interfascicular cambium. That is the cambium in between the two vascular bundles. Interfascicular cambium means what? The cambium rings which present in between the two vascular bundle, that is known as the interfascicular cambium. This is fascicular cambium and this is the interfascicular cambium, and the single ring of cambium is present. This is the single ring of cambium is present. Thus this complete cambium ring is formed. This is the beginning. This ring of complete ring is formed, and it means this is the starting or the beginning of secondary growth formation. Here the cambium layer consists of a single layer of cells and possesses a two type of initials. So here is the elaborated view of the uh, dicot stain. Here the cambium layer consists of the single layer of cell and possesses a two types of initials. This is cambium cell, and these cambium cells possesses two types of initial, that is the fusiform initial and the ray initial. These cells divide the direction parallel with the epidermis, and the fusiform initial each time divide into two. One of the daughter cell remain meristematic while the other is differentiated into the permanent tissue. If the cell of that is differentiated in next of the xylem, it forms the xylem, while if it is next of the phloem, it forms the phloem. So here, the xylem is formed towards the inner side, while the phloem towards the outer side of the cambium. The cambium cell divide continuously into the manner of producing secondary tissue on both the side of. Here it means the secondary phloem is formed, and here it means the secondary xylem is formed. In this way, new cells are added to the xylem and phloem, and the vascular bundle ultimately increase in size. There is the formation of secondary xylem, and here inner side there is the formation of secondary inner side there is the formation of secondary xylem, and outer side there is the formation of secondary phloem. It means there is increase the size of vascular bundle. While there is more or less alteration of the production of xylem and phloem cell form a cambium cell. Some cell of the ray initial of the cambium which give rise to a medullary rays. This is the medullary rays. Here is the enlarged view of the section. This is the medullary rays, and the activity of cambium thus increase, and the length of the pith ray grows gradually. The formation of new cells from a cambium result in an enlargement of the stem, that is known as the secondary thickening. The forming of new cells in secondary thickening continue throughout the life of the plant. It is in this way that the trunk of the tree continue to grow in the diameter. The cambium remain active for the considerably for the long period of time. So in the secondary xylem, here is the secondary xylem. The cambium ring cut off new cell on its inner sides are gradually modified into the xylary element called as secondary xylem, and this tissue is So many important functions such as the conduction of water and nutrient, mechanical support, etc. etc. The secondary xylem of the tree trunk is of the great economic value. The constituent, the timber and the wood of the commerces. It means the secondary xylem of the compact mass of the thick wall cells. So arrange as to form a two system, a longitudinal and the transverse system. The longitudinal system consists of elongated, overlapping and the interlock cells, that is the tracheids fiber and vessels element, and longitudinal row of the parenchyma cells also. All cells possesses their long axis parallel with the long axis of the organ which they are the part. It means the secondary xylem consists of scleriform and the pettate vessels, tracheids, wood fiber and wood parenchyma also. And these elements of the secondary xylems are more or less similar to those occur in the primary xylem. The vessels or tracheids are most abundant and are usually shorter than those of the primary xylem. Most of the vessels are pettate, annual or spiral tracheids and the vessels are altogether absent. Xylem parenchyma cells may be long and fusiform but sometimes they are short. They are living cells and usually mean for storage of food material. Tannins and crystals are frequent found in these cells. Xylem parenchyma may occur either in the association of vessels or quite independently. The, the fiber of secondary xylem possesses thick wall and boarded peak. In the xylem ray or the medullary ray extend radially into the secondary xylem and are the strap or ribbon like. They originated from the ray initial. The xylem ray run as continuous band to the secondary phloem through the cambium, thus the forming continuous conducting system. All vascular rays are initiated by the cambium and once formed are increased in the length indefinitely by the cambium. Commonly, these rays are known as the medullary ray or it is known as the pith ray also. So, in the cork cambium, during the activity of vascular cambium, this is the vascular cambium, activity of vascular cambium and this is the region of the cork cambium. So, during the activity of vascular cambium, the cork cambium appear in the cortex region. Some of the parenchyma cell of the cortex become meristematic and form cork cambium, that is the phalogen. This is the cork cambium or it is known as the phalogen. It cut cork or phellum, the phellum towards the outer side and secondary cortex or the phalodum in the inner side. The phellum consists of suberized dead tissue called as cork and phalodum. This phalodum made up of a living parenchymatous cell. Due to continuous addition of secondary tissue, epidermal wall is break at a certain point and to form a lenticell. So, this is all about the secondary growth of dicot stem.